Good morning. We got up this morning, hit our shuttle at about 7:30. She was about 10 minutes late, but she let us know in advance she was gonna be a little late. It's almost 8 o'clock. We're here at the trail, and Moss is back behind me, back where we got dropped off. And just because I slack packed 8 miles, doesn't mean I'm not a purist for the mostly now. So I am backtracking because I did not realize we walked inside of the parking lot when we walked this part 2 days ago, but the actual trail is on the outside of the parking lot right here. So I literally walked parallel to this, but about 30 feet that way. So when we got here, Moss started laughing and said, "You're gonna go walk that? You missed part of it." So you're dang right, I'm gonna go walk it. So that's what I'm doing. I turned around to go south, and this is where we're about to about face here. All right, so we now have connected northbound footprints on the actual trail, and we do. Moss doesn't. She doesn't care though. I mean, it's basically the same thing. I'm just being a little bit extra purist about it. So anyway, today we are less than 2 miles from the 1,300 mile marker. And then we also have the Mohican Outdoor Center, which has like a deli. So I think we got 9-ish miles, and we can get deli sandwiches for lunch. And I'm hoping for a 20. But I'm thinking probably 16 to 18 is more realistic, because Moss has her new tent and has never set it up. So we need to get to camp in plenty of time for her to work on that new tent. All right, almost back to where we got dropped off. And Moss is walking, but she's walking slowly up there. I just thought she stopped and waited. And oh, you know what she's doing? She's doing a video. She's not vlogging or anything on YouTube. She just does some morning videos for her family. All right, get to trekking north in New Jersey. We crossed the road. We're here in this parking lot, and check this out. We're assuming it's like some kind of historical water fountain or urinal. We think water fountain since it's out in the public here. We're back in the woods, white blazing. It's been so dry in Pennsylvania that it's just like really awesome to start out New Jersey, just walking along this canyon with rushing water everywhere. Love walking next to these rushing streams. Oh my goodness. Look what we just did. Congratulations, Moss.
Congratulations, chap.
Oh, 1,300. Wow. That means we got less than 900 to go. We got 894.3 miles. Man, that doesn't sound like a lot. The way mile... Do what?
I think it does.
You do? I don't know. I feel like it's the way miles are clipping away so much lately. I'll be there too soon. Maybe we ought to slow down, take some more zeros.
Okay.
Ugh. Well, I guess I better quit videoing this 1300 and get to walking so I can have a deli sandwich for lunch.
I'm only one call away.
You didn't know his video, did you? Wow, what a beautiful lake.
He's so cute.
This guy is about 9 feet from, maybe 8 feet from us.
He's got big ears.
The water is crystal clear. I think with the glare, you probably can't see it. So we're sitting here getting water, and we hear something walking up. There's a deer about 25 feet from us and just eating, just chilling. There has no idea or didn't care that we're here.
Look at the dark water.
This girl is literally just right here by us. Hey, deer. Check this out. I think I stopped a little prematurely to take those pictures. Back there, look at this view. That looks like some perfectly square, like strip mine lakes right there. Beautiful. And I think on the other side, let's go over here. I think up here on the other side, we got the river. Wow, this is pretty up here. Okay, so we are 0.6 from the side trail that's going to take us to Mohican Outdoor Center. And we actually have seen a few other thru hikers this morning. We saw Tennessee, which I've seen him post things on the 2022 Facebook page, but this was the first time we met. He's a nice guy. And then for the first time since Irwin, which is like 1,000 miles back almost, I saw Clutch. She was doing a southbound slack pack, and she was with two other ladies I'd never met. One was named Fireball, and what was the other one's name?
No clue.
I think it was like Catch 22, or I don't really remember what her name was. Anyway, Clutch told me that the sandwiches up here at Mohican were really good and really big. They also told us that there are cold beers in a stream on the road walk to the Mohican Outdoor Center, and she told us where they were. So, looking forward to a free Trail Magic beer. We also met a guy and his kid that were out just doing some hiking and doing trail magic. Let's see, the kid's name was Meatball Muchacha, and the dad's name was Wood Booger, I think. He said his name was Wood Booger, a name that sticks. Kind of gross, but a little funny. Anyway. Oh, another thing. So Clutch said that the girls, she thinks are ahead of me now. She said she saw them yesterday on the other side of Delaware Water Gap. So if they did not get off in Delaware Water Gap, they're somewhere right around us. So we'll probably see them the next day or two, unless they're ahead of us enough that we don't catch them today. Let's see. And then Moss has some friends that she hiked with for, I don't know, how long did you hike with them?
A couple 100 miles maybe.
Okay, she hiked with them for a couple 100 miles. And they've been really close to catching up with us the last few days. We kind of thought we'd maybe see them at the hotel yesterday. But okay, their names are Wrecking Ball and Frozen. But this isn't Frozen like from Frozen's Outdoor Adventures. Not like that Frozen, right? He's not like the YouTube famous Frozen. Okay. So anyway, let's see. So they're about to catch us. Last time she heard from them, they were like only 0.7 miles behind us. So if they don't catch us before we get to Mohican Outdoor Center, we will be having lunch with them. So there's actually some hikers around us today, which is kind of nice. And so far the trail's been pretty nice today. We're almost got 9 miles in by 12:30. And then I think after lunch we only have 7 miles to some place that's like a pretty nice picnic area, and hopefully we get to go swimming. So we will let you know. We saw a cooler. So is this one gonna be like something, or is this one gonna be nothing? Moss, what we got? It looks light.
It's just trash. Well, there's a Powerade.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple things in there.
Band-Aids, bear rope, Sour Patch Kids, bug spray, and another bear rope.
That's random. All right, we didn't take anything out of the cooler. However, here are the beers. It looks like Moss is going down there, so I'll let her go. It looks like there's applesauce and beer. And it looks like it's a bunch of wild cans, like crazy stuff you like. I was thinking there'd be PBRs.
Holy moly, it's a hazy IPA! I love Jersey!
Oh, there's an orange too.
I gotta take my pack off.
We're walking with our Trail Magic Creek beer.
Creek beer.
Creek beer. Isn't that what it is?
It's exactly what it is.
And we're doing a road walk off trail to deli sandwiches. Oh, it's late in the afternoon now. I didn't do any recording at the Mohican Outdoor Center, but the lady that worked there was really helpful. We had sandwiches and some fresh fruit and some chips, and one of my trekking pole tips was broken. They had a Lucky brand, which I'm using REI brand poles. They had a new set of tips. So I borrowed some pliers that they had, and someone else had some glue. So I've replaced the tips on my poles. I thought they were threaded, but they're not. They're glue-ons. So anyway, hopefully those stick. I got to meet Moss's friends, Wrecking Ball and Frozen, and sat there and talked to them for a bit. And now we're back on the trail, and we're hoping for at least another 9 miles to this afternoon will get us to the place we can swim. But we're on track to be there like 7 p.m. and you can't camp there. Probably have to go another mile past that to camp. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. For now, for the next couple hours, we'll just try to get miles and see where we get. And man, if you can't tell from me breathing, there's a steep climb out of there. Especially after eating a bunch of food. So this fire tower, supposedly, is locked at the bottom, according to the guide, and we can't get up it. But it sure looks like we can go up it. Let's check this out. Alright, the hatch is closed, so we can't go all the way. So the first of the 20 questions for Moss, someone suggested that, and we're going to do it later. It's going to be, why did you not go up the tower? All right, look at this power. This thing is huge. Like, I don't know, to put it in perspective, it's the gray box on the bottom right hand of that is at least 12 to 15 feet tall. I mean, this thing's a couple 100 feet tall. It's crazy how big it is. All right, I've not done hardly any video in this afternoon. We just had to do a unexpected rock climb. We're going around Crater Lake right now. It's 7 p.m. Wasn't looking to climb rocks at 7 p.m. So we're hoping to find a spot to camp somewhere around this lake. There's like a parking lot with visitor type amenities like bathrooms and all that on the other side, but it's not on trail and you can't camp there. This lake is supposed to be really good for swimming, like a warmer lake. We need to get somewhere to get some more water before we camp. That's kind of our constraint right now. We would have already found a stealth spot if it wasn't for the water issue. And Moss just pointed out there's great spots right here along an old road bed, but we don't have enough water for the night. Well, we probably have enough we can make it, but neither one of us want to, what's the word? We don't want to ration our water at night. We want to be able to hydrate and use what we need to use. The other thing, since we were hoping to swim this evening, it seems nobody is ever around except when we find somewhere we're going to go swim. And that's the days that everybody shows up. There was a bunch of people that left out just ahead of us earlier. So I know a bunch of them were talking about going to the lake. I'm hoping they stopped and swam and are leaving. But if not, they may have the stealth spots that we're hoping to get. But who knows, we'll see. For now, just looking for some agua. We found some beautiful water. We're gonna have to drink this. I prefer moving water, but this is what we got. It's pretty. We've got our water, and there were a few spots we could have camped around there, but none of them were great, and we were feeling like, let's just go a little further and see if we can find something better. Also, we're a little over 19 for the day so far, so we're just going to keep pushing. We'll stop at the first good campsite we find, but maybe that'll get us more than 20. Maybe not, I don't know. But I do know there's a lot of pine trees in this area, and I love me some good tent spots on some pine needles. So, hoping for that right now. It's about, you can see the sun's getting pretty low. I think it's 10 minutes till 8. If we have another good hour of decent daylight, probably have to cook with our headlamps, but we should no problem be able to get camp set up before dark. All right, so I closed out last night's video, and Moss made me scrap it all because she didn't like the way she looked. So I don't remember all the questions asked then, but the bottom line was I closed out the video with a let's get to know Moss because I had several questions about Moss. So I'm going to go and ask some questions now, and we're going to see how this works out. Where are you from?
Brunswick County, North Carolina.
Now in the other video you gave a specific city.
Yeah, but then you picked on me, so now I'm saying Brunswick County.
She's from Bolivia, North Carolina. What did you do for work before the trail?
I am a paramedic.
Okay. I had a question about the university that you talked about getting an extension from. So was that for employment or being a student at that university?
Student. I'm in grad school to obtain my master's of public administration.
Okay. What else did I ask in that video that you're making me scrub?
Don't remember. But I'm 33.
Oh yeah, she's age.
I have a dog named Cocoa Puff.
Okay.
A cat named Thru.
Who she doesn't really know the cat. It's just like a random thing.
That's not relevant.
But it's true.
It is true. What else? I drive a Tacoma. It's beautiful blue.
She'll learn eventually.
I love my clothes.
Okay, so this is going to be the closeout video for last night, and she's making me scrub the video because she didn't like the way she looked swatting mosquitoes the whole time.
2 wines, guys?
So, all right, everybody, have a good night. Good morning. It's 7:30, and I'm back on trail. Moss is still very slowly getting ready. I was up early this morning. Woke up without an alarm by 5. I think it was 5:30. Kind of dozed back off to about 5:50. And it's pretty much ready to be awake at 6. I started trying to talk to Moss to get her to wake up, and it wasn't happening. So another fun fact about Moss, she doesn't get up easy. She says that I'm like a puppy in the morning. And she says, as soon as I wake up, I'm like, hey, you ready to go for a walk? Let's go. It's not quite like that. But she said she didn't sleep very well last night, and she was just having trouble getting up. So she was still eating breakfast, hadn't taken her tent down or anything yet. But I was all packed and ready to go. So I'm walking, but I'll go slow and I won't go very far. There's some kind of place on the map. It's called Sandwich Lobby, but apparently that's closed down. But there's a bunch of comments that there's like a tavern restaurant next door to that where hikers can get food. And then there's a water spigot outside to fill our water bottles. So that's about 7.9. Let's just call it 8 from our starting spot today. So I think I'll go slow and I'll stop a few times, but if she doesn't catch me before then, I'll stop there and we'll probably have some lunch there. And we're hoping to get another 19 or so today. We ran at 20 yesterday. Let's see how this works out. Okay, how am I gonna record this one? I need a hand. Let's see. Ugh. I haven't really done any videoing this morning. I've been listening to some podcasts on the history of bourbon. And man, I just came out to this view and look at this. There's a boat going out across the water. We got about 1.3 miles to get to this town where there's apparently a tavern that opens at 11:30 that serves lunch right next to the trail. And they also have a spigot to fill up water. So I talked to Moss a little bit ago. I sat down and waited for a bit. She's still a little bit behind. But she got a late start this morning. I don't think she started till after 8:30. So she said she didn't think she had time to stop for lunch, but I'm sure I'd bet someone $100 that she's going to lunch if I go, because no thru hikers passing up cheeseburgers. But anyway, I definitely need to find water at this place because I'm down to less than 1 liter, and I don't think there's water again for, I don't know, 8 or 9 miles past the town here. So anyway, I'm going to get back to my podcast and I'll get back to y'all in a bit. Okay, I'm off trail right now, walking down to this tavern that does not appear to be open. Google said they open at 11:30. Moss is about a mile behind me. I just talked to her. So I'm going to go here and see if they're open or what's going on.